Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a store that we had never gone to before. And some of the items that we found here were not only absolutely amazing, but they were a dollar. A dollar. I just think the items on the dollar table in this store were just amazing, just epic. I called them epic finds. Let's just stick with the word. They're epic finds. Oh my gosh. This is the Tampa proper store. This is one that we'd never been to before. We decided to go West Coast. I love their sign. I love it. That's words to live by. Absolutely. Starting out with these little gift card inserts. These are the ones that you get when you buy a bouquet of flowers, and they were really pretty and really cute, but I only saw the white and the craft. And so there were those. But look at this. This is from art journaling, but these are preforms where you can make pockets in your journal, in your junk journals. So, and they had beautiful designs, and they had gold embellishments on them, and look how many they had. I mean, look at that, look underneath there. Look at that. That's like 3 or 4 boxes of those, and they were a dollar, a dollar. These are number stickers. This is only the second time that I found stickers that were just numbers. And you can't see it in this video, but they did have glitter on them. And they had this beautiful twine. Only the one color, only the burlap color twine, but they did have the beautiful twine. They also had the little square double-sided dots, but they had this from We Are Memory Keepers. I don't think this was We Are Makers yet, but it's a cover for your sewing machine, so you don't have to put the big cover, so you don't have to pull the big cover in and out. And resin. Oh my gosh, resin people. They had so many resin things in the store. All molds and some dye, but beautiful resin molds. That was for making square beads out of resin. And that way you got like 12 beads for every pour. Really nice ones. And then Science Fair Project. Of course, I'm going to say Science Fair Project. It's coming. It is coming, your science fair project. You're going to need a board. You may as well get these beautiful letters for just a dollar. And then they had another set of, oh, I thought that was another one of the resin pieces. This, oh my gosh, this glitter paper, it was 25 cents. It was like half a sheet of poster board, 25 cents. And this was a dollar for this punch. And yes, 3 extra ones did end up in my cart to do as a giveaway. But look, they had 4 boxes of them. And I mean, that's plenty for everybody in Tampa to go and get one. And that is such a useful punch for anybody who does paper crafting, because it can be used for banners, embellishments, tags. You can use it to make your sentiments stand out, everything. It was just gorgeous. But that glitter paper that I was talking about, oh my goodness, it wasn't really black. It wasn't really dark blue. It wasn't really dark purple. When you see it in real life, it is just, it's mind-boggling. And I actually bought one of these for myself. It was just a dollar, and it's the ability to learn how to do those little brush strokey, bouncy brush strokes. And they had one open, and I looked at it and see what it looked like, and it's just ways to do the bouncy brush letters with using the large brush pens. And I have enough of those that I figured I'd try it out. And the washi tape. This box has 3 different styles of washi tape in it, and this was all the washi tape that I found in the store. So their washi tape supply is beautiful and it's diverse, but it's not very plentiful. So if you want these washi tapes, I would definitely suggest getting there. But they had some beautiful washi tapes, and like 46 yards for those, and they came up as a dollar each. And this is something I'd never seen. This is We Are Keepers, I think. I mean, We Are Makers. I think this was actually to the point where, well, it might not even be that. It might just be American Craft, but it's for making the binding on 30 to 50 pages so that you can heat bind together those pages. And I thought that would be really cool for crafting and journaling, but I don't do it, so I didn't buy any of them. Beautiful little doilies here. Use this as texture inside a junk journal, or use it as, dye it and put some lamination on it and hang it on Christmas trees, make it Christmas ornaments, put them in the window. That would be beautiful. A dollar for a trimmer that came with a scoring blade. It wasn't just the cutting blade, it also had a storing blade. And these 3 pieces for a dollar, they were thick. They felt like they were resin, but they might have been plastic. I don't know. Still don't think the bottles of glue are worth a dollar each. I'm still waiting to find those for a quarter. And they had these ink pads, and it just reminded me that I didn't get the ink pads from another store. Oh my goodness. The Lake Wales store. Those of you who got to the Lake Wales store and got those ink pads, congratulations to you. That was an epic, awesome find. And I'm so glad that you were able to get those. But, I didn't get mine. But that's on me. I forgot. Beautiful pink bubblegum glitter paper. You got 2 sheets in there, and it did ring up as a dollar. I saw where these went, so I put them back. But I noticed that there was another set there that I hadn't seen the first time around. So they also had these gold ones, and they have a blue side to them. So, and now we're on to the book aisle. This is the book and kit aisle, and this was so cute. Look at that gorgeous little face. Oh my gosh. I couldn't resist the cutest little face on that book cover, so I had to point that out. This is the same materials. This is the same stuff that's in the brown cardboard box that I've shown you in other stores, but this way it's laid out in a more gift worthy or gift giving style. So they did have it. I've never seen it put out this way. I've seen it in the brown boxes in several stores, but I've never seen that particular set put out like a gift box like that would. And it would be a beautiful present for somebody. Your birthday, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever. That would be a beautiful present for someone. And there, in all honesty, most of these kits would really make great presents for people. And some of the stuff on the pegboard aisle would really be good stocking stuffers or smaller gifts. Or, if you have a family that opens one or two gifts the day before, that would be good for that. There actually are a lot of really good, very affordable things that you could get for Christmas or any holiday, birthday, whatever you celebrate. And this one, I couldn't pass this one by. I thought this was funny. I mean, it's on the kitten book aisle, but it's little things that you can use. Now, kids, if you get one of those, please don't scare your parents with it. Parents, if you have a kid that would do that to you, you might not want to get it for them. But yeah, it was just a cute little thing with the little gross things. It had a lot of these scratch art books, and one of them was a unicorn, so I had to point it out. I mean, literally, it was a unicorn. It's coming up later on. There it is right there, that little unicorn scratch art one. I thought that was really cute and really awesome and really wonderful, but I have a special place in my heart for unicorns, both the crafting items that you don't expect to come across and the actual literal fantasy unicorns. So, and moving through the rest of the kits, seriously, if you have somebody that you need to get a gift, give a gift to, that would be awesome. If you do gift exchanges, where and with friends or with a workplace, that year of embroidery would also be an awesome gift to bring to an exchange, because that would be a really nice thing to get as a gift and a really nice thing to give as a gift, and really inexpensive, bought from Ollie's. This, I thought this was just little containers, but it actually looks like they're boxes. It looks like there is also a mold for the lid, so you're actually getting a full box out of these. So this was a resin craft. It wasn't on the dollar table, but I think it was still $1. And this, oh my gosh, I kept trying. I could tell it was open, that it would open somehow, but I could not figure out how to open this thing. So I'm sitting there trying to find the box and opening it up, trying to figure out how it opens, looking at it, shaking it around. I felt so silly when I finally figured it out, because I see here that it's got this little pull thing on it. So I finally decide I'm going to turn it over. Had no idea what this was. And then I had this moment where it just dawned on me what I'd been working with right here. Right now, I figure out, oh, duh, it's a drawer. So I put it back together with the other one, and I put it down so I could open it like a drawer. And it was a really nice size. I mean, it's probably, 4 inches tall, 7 inches wide, maybe 12 inches deep, really a nice size one. They were $5 each. And I looked at the grooves and I thought, that looks like it stacks. And you know what? It stacks really well, and it stacks really firmly together. So this would be awesome for storage in a kid's room, in a craft room, in a center, in a like a Bible school, or in a classroom or something like that. Just really nice set of drawers for $5 each, and they were deep and they'd hold a lot. They also had these EK tools, $3 again for the scissors, and this is the same price as the other store that I saw them in. So this one's consistent from price from store to store to store. Really cool design. And I saw so much ribbon today. This is the color that they had at this particular store in Tampa, and they had a whole big box of it. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you to everybody who has supported my channel. The likes, the shares, the encouraging your friends who are also craft-minded to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all of it. I'm over 700 subscribers now. And I'm really, really hoping to get my goal of 1,000 subscribers by Thanksgiving. But wouldn't it be just incredible if we made 1,000 subscribers by October 31st, by Halloween, my absolute favorite holiday? That would be such a bonus for my holiday. Beautiful tissue paper. You saw the glitter cricket. It was $2 for the glitter cricket, and I think it was $2 for the tissue paper, but really nice colors in that tissue paper. And that would be so pretty to decoupage on top of something. Beautiful thing to use in your crafting if you want to do it with gel printing or things like that. There's so many different ways that you can use tissue paper in crafting. I mean, just absolutely so many different ways. They had the little numbers for 99 cents, but you got the entire happy birthday candle set on Pix for $2. And personally, I think I'd rather have the happy birthday one for $2. They didn't have a whole lot of pieces of wood in this store, or I didn't go to the right place to see the wood. But they did have tons of vinyl and all sorts of different shapes. That little glitter one that you saw earlier, that was just one of the items that they had in vinyl. They had these little short Cricut Joy blue rolls. They had the big Craft Smart rolls in green and in blue. They didn't have the yellow. I haven't found the hat trick in any other store, but they had so many other rolls of vinyl as well. More colors, I think, than I've seen in any of these Ollies that I've been in. So if you want to go and find craft supplies, Cricut supplies, and you're looking for vinyl for your Cricut, this is definitely a place to go to, because they had different colors, different styles. They had iron-on, they had the Craft Smart. This is a huge package of construction paper. There's like 500 sheets of construction paper, and I believe it was $7, but I'm not sure. You can pause it and see what the price is, because I'm getting better at actually pausing on the prices, because somebody in the guild asked me to pause on the prices so that people could see it better, and that's what I've been doing. So thank you very much for that suggestion, because it just helps me to improve as a YouTuber and as a creator, and it helps this channel to be more enjoyable to everyone who watches. So thank you. I appreciate that. This shopping center, just as an aside, this shopping center had the coolest parking lot, because it was a big parking lot that was generally empty, but they had a lot of food trucks in it. And there was one that was selling empanadas that looked absolutely delicious. The one with the churros almost got me, but I'm trying not to consume that many calories right now. But it was so neat to see all these different food trucks in an otherwise unused parking lot. I thought that was a great use of the land and a great use of the area that people, come to shop at. And it gave them something to, nibble on while they were walking from store to store to store. These Bible highlighters said that they were highlighters, but they were super thin, so I don't know how highlighty they were, but they were pretty. They did have for $2 these gorgeous glitter pads. I believe they're 5x7, and you saw that it didn't have any craft COVID. None of that glitter comes off, and it's really good glitter paper. They did have the smaller cut, self-healing cut mats. They did have the jute. You saw it down there, but I didn't focus on it. And they had the Arteza 4,800 sticky notes for $8. That is such an incredible price if you use sticky notes. They did have resin color. This was the one box that I found over here, but I think I found another box of them. These were the ones from the dollar table, so those were $1, but they also had these, which are longer. The ones on the dollar table weren't a full foot, I don't believe, but this one definitely is. The difference is this one's also $5. They had this beautiful cardstock, and this was cardstock weight. You got the whole pack for $3. Beautiful, beautiful colors on there. Not my color scheme, but still beautiful colors. And I got a set of these. I have such a good idea. These are actually magnetic letters that are meant to go on the magnetic dry erase boards that you can get. But I have an idea for what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to use it in my next live and see how well it works. So, stick around for that. My next live will be on Wednesday. And I think I am going to put another poll up so people can choose, let majority rule, let the guild decide whether I'm going to do it during the daytime or whether I'm going to just stick with doing them at night. It's up to you. So the Wednesday one, it will definitely be up to you. I'll go with whatever the community decides in the poll. They did have this silvering, material. I believe this is a sort of vinyl that you use a Cricut for, and I finally broke down and bought a pack of these. I've been putting off buying a pack of these because I really didn't think I needed 12 sheets of the same color, but I just couldn't give up the color again. I saw it again, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get it this time. It's too pretty. Even if it's more sheets than I would prefer to buy, I'm gonna get it anyway. I only saw one of these, but it is so neat. Oh my gosh, you make a paper flower crown. It is a kit to make an entire square paper flower crown. Oh my gosh, you know, like with the little band around your head. Oh my goodness gracious. They did have some more petal papers. I've never seen that burgundy, and I think this is the first time that I've seen black petal paper. And remember, that's that crepe paper that would be so beautiful to add texture to anything that you do with your paper crafting. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to use it to add texture to my things. And this is the only paper pad that I found, but it's double-sided cardstock for $2. It's a 12 by 12 paper pad of double-sided cardstock, and they're really cute. Oh my goodness gracious, look how cute they are. They're just amazing. Aw. So yeah, that they had the one box of it sitting off in a corner on the stationery aisle. This is the only paper pad that I saw in the entire store. And near it, just above it, they had this booklet. And if you remember in one of my other videos, I did find one of these before, but it was broken. They had two of these that hadn't been damaged this time. So if that's something that you were looking for, and these sewing boxes are great. They're $8, but imagine somebody who's embroiders. This one's also $8. It's smaller. I think I'd pass on the smaller one and get one of the bigger ones since they were the same price. But imagine giving somebody who wants to get into embroidery. Oh, I'll come back to that. I thought this was a sloth when I first saw it. When I picked it up, I went, oh, it's a mermaid. But one of those sewing kits or one of those sewing boxes, and fill it with threads or needles, yarn, whatever, for people who want to get into that. That would also be an amazing present to give to somebody. There are so many present ideas just in the craft aisle in the Ollie store, which is the dollar table and then the stationery aisle. There are so many different ideas for things to give to people, and it would be such a nice, wonderful gift, because I still firmly believe, and I'm going to keep saying that I think everybody should be allowed to express themselves in crafts, and they should have the opportunity to express themselves through crafts, because art can be such an amazing release of anything, your joy. It can release your pain. It can release your doubt, your self introspection. It can relieve all of that, and it can be such an amazing self-care ritual just to do some crafts. And they don't have to be perfect. The purpose of craft is not to be perfect. The perfect purpose of crafting is to express yourself through art. So anyway, this is the drawing for the toolkit that I'm giving away. There's only one of them, so I really do hope that this winner really and truly fills out the link that's in the description to this video that will lead you, if you are the winner, it will lead you to the form that you fill out in order to claim your prize. And remember that the 6-character alphanumeric code that you put on the entry form has to match the one that you put on the winner's form, and that is to keep people from being scammed. That's the whole point of it. Number 10 is the winner, and that's Kelly's Crafts. Yay! Congratulations, Kelly's Crafts. You have won the kit. Please fill out the winner's form that is linked in the description of this video, and please make sure that your alphanumeric code that you put on your entry form matches the alphanumeric code on your winner's form. And when I email you, your alphanumeric code will be the subject of the email that you get from me. So if you get an email that says you're a winner, but your alphanumeric code is not the subject, that's a scam. Ignore it. The whole purpose of that alphanumeric code is to make sure that nobody's getting scammed and that you're not giving your information to anybody that is not, being forthright and honest about this. And it's worked really well so far, so I want to keep doing that. Kelly's Crafts, please, please, please do claim that, because it's only one that I'm giving away. You're the only winner this week, and I really hope that you fill that out and claim it. So back to what we were doing. I didn't see any yarn in this store either. So I didn't see any fabric in this store. I didn't see any yarn in this store. I saw very little Arteza stuff in this store. But I did see things in this store that I haven't seen in any other store. These little jelly scissors, I was punching on them. They were so soft and cool. I mean, for somebody who has sensory things like me, the whole autism sensory thing, I really liked the feel of those scissors. I thought that they would be really nice in my hand while I was cutting things. But I've also gotten used to using hard scissors, so I didn't buy any for myself. This is like the third place in the store that we've seen those EK Tool scissors. So if you're looking for those EK Tool scissors, they are all over the place. And there wasn't very much sewing stuff in this store, but this store had some of the best not best, but some of the best resin items that I've seen in any store. And this one had definitely more stuff for resin than I've seen in any other store. I'm still hoping to come across the 2-part resin at some point in time in some store, because I know there was some left in Joann's when Joann's closed, and I'm sure that American Crafts, well, I'm not sure, but I would assume that American Crafts did it. This is another one of those resin ones, but these are 3 hollowed out branch cross sections that and I only found this one to begin with. But there are so many other things. There's the whole box on the top shelf. There are so many other things you could do with this. You could tie a string around it and put a dangle in there that is personal to you and your family, or you and your partner's family, and make it into a gift for someone as an ornament, or as a window hanging, or as something to hang off their computer monitor. Really a cool idea, but it's actually made for resin, so you could fill the center of it with resin and with flowers. They did have the bobbins in this store, and you saw the other little bits. I didn't see pins in this store. And I think for sewing supplies, this is the first store that I didn't see any pins. While I was filming the other aisles, my husband came over and looked at the books, and he found some that he really wanted to show off, because he felt that there would be people that would be interested in knowing that these items exist and that where they can get them. If you've watched any of my videos where Harry Potter stuff has come up before, you know that I have a very low opinion of J.K. Rowling because of the horrible things that she said about the Pride community. But that doesn't change the fact that I understand that there is a very large fan base for Harry Potter out there. And I'm not going to gatekeep. I'm not going to sit there and not show you the stuff that's available just because it's not something that appeals to me. I don't think it's fair to show just what I like. I think it's better to show what's really out there. So I want everybody to see what's out there, and you can make your own decision as to whether or not it's something you want to buy. In the grand scheme of things, it's your money. I'm going to show you what's out there. You choose where to spend it. Or in other words, be your authentic self. You do you. Authenticity is the key. This was a beautiful journal idea. It's a faith-based journal idea, and it gives you some gorgeous ideas for how to embellish or to improve or to expand upon a journal that you're using for your faith-based things. And this wasn't the only one. There was also one that was specifically for Bible journaling, and I thought both of these were really nice and really a neat idea and would be a gorgeous gift for someone. I keep on coming back to this. I guess it's because it's the gift time of the year, but I keep coming back to the idea that some of these things would be so interesting to give to people as gifts, because they're unexpected gifts for a lot of people. Not a lot of people, it seems, give craft materials or craft stuff for gifts, and I think I'm on my soapbox again. I think everybody should have access to crafts, and I think everybody should have it available to them. So I'm going to stop talking about it that way. You know how I feel about it. I think crafts should go to everybody. This one was an interesting book because it showed different ways to make things that are from the Harry Potter world, and you can make them out of things that you have in your home. This is the other one, the Bible journaling. This was the other one that was similar to the faith journaling. And both of these were really they had some great ideas in them. I thumbed through them after we were done videotaping, and I got a couple of ideas for things that I can use in my card making. So this doesn't even have to be just faith journaling or Bible journaling or anything like that. This could be applied to any sort of paper craft that you do. Maybe gel printing, you could use it for that. You could use it for paintings. Anything that you want to do. There are some great ideas in here. They're not limited to just being in a journal. They can be used across other crafts and across other genres and ideas. So just a beautiful thing. And then I love quilts. I absolutely adore quilts. I have way too many quilts for a person who lives in Central Florida. I have to say that. I'm just going to put that out there. I have way, way too many quilts for someone who lives in Central Florida, but I love them, and my husband knows that I love them, so he set this one out so that we could look at this one as well. And this is specifically Amish crib quilts, and they were just beautiful. I mean, look at those beautiful quilts. Absolutely gorgeous. Just amazing things. So thank you so very much. Oh, it's not over yet. The video is not over yet. I just want to put out there again. I just want to say thank you again so much to everybody who has watched and participated and interacted in my channel. Those who have decided to become members of the guild. I appreciate all of you so very much. They had some pretty candles, so I decided to look at them. They weren't all great. The pumpkin spice one, in my opinion, wasn't all that great, but they did have one that's called pumpkin waffles right there. That one was great. And my favorite one, oh my goodness, my favorite one, not that one. That one was a salted, that one was a caramel one, but this one, it is called Pecan Bourbon Bliss. And oh my goodness gracious, that is an absolutely perfect description for it. And they did have these air blown decorations, so I thought I'd thought I'd point these out too. The spider and the stack of pumpkins at the end was my favorite. The gnome was my husband's favorite. He absolutely loves gnomes. We didn't buy any of them, but they were cool, and they were $16. I'm sorry, $17 a piece, and it's just too soon for me. Well, how do y'all feel about it? Do you think it's too soon for Christmas ornamentation to be put out? I think it's too soon, but that's me. And obviously the stores don't agree with me because they're all stocking it and have been, some of them have been stocking it for a while, but you know, it's okay. It is what it is. Everybody has differences of opinions, and that's totally fine as long as we respect the fact that everybody has differences of opinions. Now we are at the end, obviously, because I'm doing the montage again. Thank you so very much. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing and encouraging others. And I hope you have a great, wonderful, whatever the rest of it is that you're watching this. Cheers and happy crafting.